What do you perceive to be your Republican Party 2 years from now or 4 years from now?
Well, Tom, I think we will continue to be the party of opportunity and growth and be focused on a growth agenda, both in economic policy, regulatory policy, trade policy. I think we'll be the party, continued party of leadership abroad by calling for a strong partnership in NATO and a strong global partnership to persuade China to play by the global rules. I think we've made progress on that in the last 4 years, but there'll be a lot more work to be done.
Congressman, good morning. It's also Francine here in London. How much credibility will the GOP lose if President Trump doesn't concede the election?
Well, Francine, I think as the final legal votes are counted, it appears to me to be definitely headed in Joe Biden's direction. I don't have any anticipation that President Trump won't follow that certification state by state. And I believe that the Republican Party has actually done well by picking up a number of seats in the House. We've narrowed the Democrats' majority in the People's House dramatically. And I expect that we will be able to retain at least one, if not two, of the seats in the Senate. Therefore, a President-elect Biden will have a very tiny majority in the House and have a Republican majority in the Senate.
But does it go against the, constitutional spirit of the U.S.? Do you think other world leaders will perceive the U.S. as something different because of this battle?
I don't, Francine. I think it's important for both sides in the election, Democrats and Republicans, to have these recounts and these ballot certifications carefully done and the objections made and answered, because that gives us solid views about our democracy, that the voting system worked, and I think that will benefit both sides to have that outcome verified here in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So I think as we approach Inauguration Day on January 20th, I think we will have a solid leadership in our country, and I think that will be good for our reputation around the world.
Francine, I got one more question here very quickly. We see the news on Boeing, with Boeing up 5%. Tell me about Boeing avionics in Little Rock. How important is that?
Boeing has a lot of subcontractors in central Arkansas, and so Boeing's growth, as you know, benefits every state in the country. And to the extent they can get the 737 MAX back on track and our airline industry back on track, that will benefit economic growth in 2021 and 2022.
Very good. French Hill, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. The gentleman from Arkansas with so much breaking news today, way too short of a visit.